Living in the public eye can be challenging for an actor, especially when actors are going through tough situations or have dark secrets to hide. Not only is the public left out, but many co-stars of these award-winning actors and movie stars. Find out their secrets, how long they kept them hidden, and what co-stars were left out of the loop.
That's what I thought.
Before you do watch, click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Can you guess which movie is represented by these emojis? Stay tuned at the end to find out. Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe grew up in front of our eyes by playing Harry Potter in 8 different movies. While he started out as a young and innocent actor, his time in the limelight quickly took its toll on the rising star. During the latter half of his filming days, Radcliffe had become a big alcoholic, relying on drinks to calm nerves and get him through long work days. He wasn't only a good actor in the role of Harry, but he was a good actor in real life because he hid his alcohol issues from all of his fans and co-stars. It wasn't until years later that Radcliffe came clean about his alcohol abuse and the troubling times that he went through. Radcliffe would be drunk while filming scenes in Harry Potter and no one knew the wiser. He eventually realized that he had a problem and decided to call it quits. Much like his magician character in Now You See Me Too, Radcliffe made all of the booze in his life disappear. He could have easily fallen down the same dark path as other child stars, but Radcliffe is now completely sober and continues to act in all types of films.
Study billions of dollars, and you know why I quit? Because the last time I checked, the planet was still...
Samuel L. Jackson. It's pretty hard not to watch a franchise without seeing Samuel L. Jackson make an appearance in it. The actor stars in multiple films a year and has been a part of the Star Wars universe, Marvel universe, and even smaller franchises like XXX and The Incredibles. None of that would have happened if Jackson stayed on the path he was on back in the early 90s. While he was starting to get hired in more prolific roles, Jackson was an avid drug user and hooked on crack cocaine. None of his co-stars knew it, but his family did. They encouraged Jackson to check into rehab, which he did. He got sober, completely changed his life around, and hasn't looked back since. After getting out of rehab, Jackson was hired for the film Jungle Fever, and the roles kept coming after that. Staying as busy as possible has really helped Jackson in the long run, as he continues to get a ton of movie roles and must use that as motivation to stay clean. While he kept his drug use hidden at the time, he now opens up about his fight to get clean and stay clean for so many years.
But it's a bankrupt business model. It won't work. It's systemic, malignant, and it's global. Like cancer. It's a disease, and we gotta fight back.
Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas has starred in recent films like Ant-Man and Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, but that may not have been the case if he didn't survive his long battle with cancer. Douglas kept his jaw cancer a secret for several years, until the signs became obvious and he spoke out about the ordeal publicly. The diagnosis got pretty serious, and Douglas did very little acting from 2003 all the way up until 2009. He avoided any high-profile film roles so that he could battle the tongue cancer and focus on his family if things took a turn for the worse. After making a full recovery, Douglas has been more open about his cancer and the reasons that it developed and spread in his tongue. The cancer originally developed from a strain of HPV that was caused by encounters with various women over the years. Now he looks better than ever and has returned to a steady acting career.
Yes, I'm still alive.
Fans can see him back in the Marvel Universe when he stars in the role of Hank Pym for the Ant-Man sequel entitled Ant-Man and the Wasp, scheduled for release in 2018. Michael J.FOX. Michael J.FOX was already a big star before he starred in Back to the Future, but the sci-fi franchise only made him even more popular with fans. After the success of the first film, the producers and director decided to film the sequels back-to-back with close release dates. Back to the Future Part 2 and Part 3 were released in 1989 and 1990. While fans were celebrating the films, Michael J.FOX was dealing with some devastating news of his own. He was just diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, but chose to keep that diagnosis private. Fox went on to star in films like Mars Attacks and Stuart Little, while returning to the sitcom world in Spin City. As the disease got worse, Fox finally decided to go public with it in 1999.
Whatever you've got to tell me, I'll find out through the natural course of time.
As he left the show and became a public figure on finding treatments and cures. It must have been hard to go 9 years without uttering a word.
I guarantee it.
But Fox has been really open ever since. He's done guest roles on various shows through the years and even returned for a whole season of The Michael J. Fox Show. One of his most recent appearances was at the 2017 Academy Awards with Seth Rogen.
I thought we were sisters. We were supposed to be a team. Why is this happening? You can't do this to me. I quit my job.
Well, we didn't tell you to do that.
I liquidated my 401k for this.
What's a 401k?
I don't know now.
Zac Efron. On the surface, Zac Efron looked as clean-cut as they come. He was a Disney kid after all. Remember High School Musical? That film led to multiple sequels and opened up a lot of doors for Efron. While currently starring in films like Baywatch and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, Efron had a major problem going into the shoot for the comedy hit Neighbors. When starring in a film with Seth Rogen, you probably expect some pot to get passed around. But for Efron, it was a whole different kind of drug. Efron was hooked on cocaine, and it got to a point so bad that he had to leave production to enter rehab. While in rehab, Efron was able to kick his habit and return to the film to finish the role. That ended up working out well for the star, because the movie was a huge success, leading to a sequel, and helped establish Efron as a comedy star. Now clean and sober, he still doesn't talk about his issues much, but still has a bright future ahead of him in Hollywood.
Well, now, Warner, that's where you're wrong, because that's exactly what I expect. I need to know about Germans hiding in trees, and you need to tell me. And you need to tell me right now.
Brad Pitt. For years, Brad Pitt has been in the public eye. After all, he's a bona fide superstar. Hundreds of tabloid stories have floated around about him, his relationships, and his family. It seems like nothing can be kept secret about the star, but after acting in dozens of movies, his cleansing habits were kept under wraps for numerous years. Pitt rarely talked to anyone about the ways that he stays clean, until he started talking to his Inglourious Basterds co-star, Eli Roth. After Roth didn't get a chance to shower one day, Pitt offered some cleaning advice that isn't the norm for most people wanting to stay clean and smelling fresh. In interviews to promote the film, Roth revealed that Pitt rarely uses soap, and a few baby wipes is all he needs to stay clean. Say what? After this revelation, more rumors have been revealed through the years of Pitt's showering habits. Rumors have come out that he never uses soap, often has odor, and showers minimally. Even after all that, it was surprising to see that Pitt complained about Shia LaBeouf's odor issues in the war film Fury. Oh, the hypocrisy.
We need full evac on the lower hangar bay.
Cobie Smoulders. Many Marvel fans know Cobie Smoulders as Agent Maria Hill from films like Captain America, Winter Soldier, and The Avengers, but she may not have been able to take any of those roles if her battle with cancer took a turn for the worse. While starring on the show How I Met Your Mother, Smoulders discovered that she had ovarian cancer. Through multiple surgeries and doctor's appointments, Smoulders kept her diagnosis quiet and managed to continue to act and do side projects along with her television show. It took nearly 10 years for her to open up about her cancer treatments and the clean bill of health that she now has. She first revealed her struggle through an essay that she wrote for the feminist newsletter Lenny, and that was the first time that many fans had heard of her diagnosis. The actress was not only able to beat the cancer, but now has 2 daughters with former Saturday Night Live cast member Taran Killam. She's rumored to return in the Avengers Infinity War as Agent Maria Hill. For many women, she's a real-life superhero with her inspiring story.
Imprecise, but effortless. She's not faking it.
Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis got a breakout role on That 70s Show, but she also transitioned into the movie world pretty well, with films like The Black Swan, The Book of Eli, and Oz, the Great and Powerful. While she has a commanding presence on screen, what many fans and co-stars never realized is that Kunis was blind in one eye. To help keep her from losing out on any roles, Kunis kept this secret hidden from co-stars, producers, and all of her fans. Her iris was inflamed, and it was this issue that kept her from seeing well. Officially known as chronic iritis, it also changed the color of one of her eyes, and led to a lot of discomfort through the years. Kunis went on to get corrective surgery in 2011, shortly after filming her role in The Black Swan. She can now see in both eyes, and didn't reveal the condition until well after the surgery was completed. Now that she can easily see, it's opened her up to more action-oriented roles in films like Jupiter Ascending. She recently starred in the comedy Bad Moms, and is filming the sequel, A Bad Mom's Christmas.
Then again, now that you've proven yourself against a troll, a little game of Quidditch should be easy work for you. Even if it is against Slytherin.
Alan Rickman. The Harry Potter franchise wouldn't be where it is today without the character of Professor Snape and actor Alan Rickman. Rickman played Snape in all 8 Harry Potter films, and also had memorable roles in movies like Love Actually and Alice in Wonderland. While he was healthy throughout all of the Potter films, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2015. The actor kept his disease and battle a secret, only revealing it to close family members and none of his Potter castmates. This is why it was such a surprise when Rickman passed away in 2016 at the age of 69. Very little people knew about his illness, and that's one of the reasons that made his death so shocking. Even if he went public about it, the battle didn't last long. Pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest cancers, and is the same one that took the life of actor Patrick Swayze. One of his last prolific roles was in Alice Through the Looking Glass. It's easy to recognize his signature voice that became an icon through the Harry Potter franchise.
You're not Absalom, I'm Absalom. The question is, who are you?
He will forever be known as Professor Snape, and celebrated by fans all over the world.
Doubtfire, dear? Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, I look forward to meeting you.
Oh, lovely, dear. Me too.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta. Showtime.
Robin Williams. Robin Williams was a master of many things. He could do stand-up comedy, act in films, and provide his voice for a number of zany characters. Through all of this laughter, it was hard to see the pain that the actor was going through. This is why it was so shocking that Williams took his own life back in 2014. His suicide wasn't due to drug overdose or anything like that. It was because of a secret disease that was completely changing who he was as a person. Williams is known for iconic roles in Aladdin, Jumanji, and Mrs. Doubtfire, but the comedic actor's life was heading for a big change when he got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He could already see the changes that were going through his body and didn't want them to get progressively worse. After his death, an autopsy revealed that William's secret condition was far worse than it seemed. He actually had signs of Lewy body dementia. This disease includes a slew of things, including depression, dementia, Parkinson's disease, and even basic confusion. It's unfortunate that Williams kept this a secret instead of getting treatment and trying to help others with similar conditions. His legacy lives on through roles in films like Good Will Hunting, Hook, and the Night at the Museum series. Well, there you have it. What secret do you think is the most shocking? How do you think it changed their careers? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. Thanks for watching. The answer to our emoji quiz is